office. His coworker shows up with the story from the police station, and as soon as Ethan sees the picture, he can sense this is the right Sarah. Ethan decides to stay late in the office to look for her address. Meanwhile, Belafonte is trying to tell the cops about the snake, but they don't believe him either. Sarah is trying to leave the station in her car, but as soon as she touches it, scales appear on its surface. Terrified, she steps back and bumps into a cop, who suddenly reveals a magic sword and tries to kill her. At that moment, Sarah wakes up in her bed and begins feeling unbearable pain, so she calls 911 and they take her to a hospital. Moments later, Brandy tries to visit her friend, but the hospital receptionist won't let her because she isn't family. Brandy and her boyfriend decide to go to Sarah's home and at least get some clothes to bring during visitation hours. Suddenly the whole house begins shaking, and when they go outside to check, they find Baraki roaring at them. The couple tries to run away, but they find their way blocked by the general. This gives Baraki the chance to bite Brandy, but it throws her body in the pool when it realizes this isn't Sarah. The next morning when Sarah tries to leave her hospital room, only to discover the door is locked and there's a guard outside. When she begins screaming, security and nurses have to come to calm her down by force. Meanwhile, Ethan finally finds Sarah's profile, but he's suddenly interrupted by a phone call telling him to cover a murder. When Ethan realizes the address is the same as Sarah's, he rushes there and is relieved to see the dead girl isn't Sarah. Then he overhears a neighbor saying she saw a giant snake and that the house owner is at the hospital, so Ethan goes there next. The hospital receptionist tells Ethan that Sarah has been quarantined because the mark on her shoulder may be infectious, which sounds very suspicious. Meanwhile, Belaford is sent to see a psychiatrist, who decides he's crazy. At that moment, Baraki appears at the window and Belaford tries to prove his story, but the snake leaves before the doctor can see it, and Baraki is sent to the mental ward. Back to Ethan, he wonders what to do when he suddenly bumps into a doctor who recognizes him from his stories, saying he's a big fan. The doctor agrees to help him see Sarah and takes him to her room, where he finds her in a shy and scared state because nobody believes her when she says something dangerous is coming. Ethan explains it's already happening.